Roger, you come here and you stay in a house and not a hotel. You're not in a big city. You now presumably have 3 days off. How much do these how big a deal are these different rhythms, this different vibe this place has as opposed to the other three slams?
Well, it's very slow. It's just very easy here. Like you say, we stay in a house here. We don't stay in a hotel. I think it's the only tournament actually throughout the year I do that. But I just can't beat traffic every day. For maybe get stuck in traffic for 2 hours. I'm not in the mood for that. So that's really the big reason why I'm staying in a house here. It's nice, it's been a busy, schedule the last few weeks as well, so it's nice to sort of slow down with Halle and Wimbledon, not having sort of the big city around you. And if you want, from Wimbledon, of course, then you can go for a nice night out, in the city, and then obviously you got London right in front of you, which is a great city. So I'll probably enjoy the weekend, with some city action.
Roger,
was there any sense that you accelerated in the third set because of the risk of rain, or was that just how it happened spontaneously?
Yeah, I wish I could turn on a button and just say, okay, rain's coming, let's just quickly win, and then it's all done. It's not the way it works here.
There was a feeling watching that maybe you did accelerate. But
yeah, but this is Wimbledon. This is not some junior tournament, where you're like 10 times bigger than the other guy.
This is the way it happened.
This is serious stuff. So I tried to put pressure on him as much as I could, and I think I played well, off the baseline in the second set. I couldn't read his serve very well, and he got quite a few easy games, in a row, and he didn't maybe serve that well. Got more into his service games, and I served well all the way through. So it was a good finish in the end.
You mentioned there's more baseline playing now. Do you find that that's wearing the grass away near the baseline and it's causing strange bounces at all?
Well, not that much, to be honest, except if you hit it hard down the middle, but that's not something you usually do, let's say. And I think the bad bounce will be sort of behind the baseline, because this is where we run, not right on the baseline or right in front. So actually those bad bounces don't occur that often here at Wimbledon, which is great. And I think it almost looks worse from the outside, because when you play, you think the grass is green because it's right in front of you, and the dirt, you're actually running on it, you don't look at it. So it's no problem for the bounce, really.
Roger, there was a couple of big surprises yesterday. Roddick and Blake going out. Did you see the games? What did you think?
Saw a little bit of Blake. He's struggled on grass always a little bit, so that's not as big of a surprise like that Andy lost. I really thought he had a shot this year of doing really well again, but it was a disappointing, match for him, no doubt. And Tipsarevic, obviously he's a dangerous and tough player, but I still would have thought Andy would come through, so he'll be very disappointed, because there goes another chance for Andy at Wimbledon.
Roger, how do you assess the state of the draw overall 3 rounds in? As you say, some people have gone, Djokovic has gone, Nadal's had some tough games, you haven't yet. How do you assess it overall?
Well, I'm happy with the way I'm playing. No doubt that there's been some surprises, especially Andy and Novak losing. Doesn't happen, very often, in slams lately, especially. So it's sort of big news automatically, because they've been playing very consistently, especially Novak the last few months. It doesn't affect me a whole lot, because I'm not in the semis yet, where I would have had to face Novak. So I'm just sort of concentrated on my own game, and I got my hands full with Leighton in the next round, which I definitely won't underestimate. And Rafa struggling against Gulbis didn't surprise me a whole lot, but he's still in the draw, he's surviving, and I think he'll be tough to beat in the other half.
Last couple of English questions.
Obviously in the tournament here at Wimbledon, there's been a lot of upsets of the top seeds. Yet slam after slam, you're getting deep into the semis and finals. Aside from the obvious sheer talent, what is the key, the important part of being able to, tournament after tournament, major after major, get into the semis and finals?
Well, you got to be healthy first of all, not being injured or anything. So that's a plus I have, because of maybe good scheduling. I'm confident I'm doing the right things, sort of off the court, to keep myself healthy. Other than that, I think I know what it takes, obviously, to win slams or to go far. So I have the proper preparation. I have the belief, not underestimating any opponents in any way. Then I got many different possibilities, in my game that allow me to beat all sort of different kinds of playing styles, because it's not enough just beating the aggressive baseline. You got to beat the guy, the counter puncher, and the serve volleyer if there is, and the lefty and the righty. And I think that's the difficult part, to be able to have a game that adapts to any playing style. That's what I've been able to create over the last few years, and obviously the record is great, to be so consistent at the highest level. And this is always what I sort of dreamt of, when I came on tour, and everybody was telling me he's a good player on any given day, but he's not very consistent, so that was sort of my dream to be consistent. I took it to the next level, which is obviously very, very nice for me.
What do you make of
this tournament more than others, that you've got something to prove?
Excuse me?
Do you feel this tournament, you've achieved so much, but this tournament more than others, you've got something to prove?
To myself, maybe, yeah. I mean, I always like to win all the tournaments I enter, It doesn't happen all the time because it's not possible, but playing at Wimbledon always creates extra pressure because it's what's closest to my heart, and it's where, maybe wish that one day my career ends here, sort of, in a way, because it's the most prestigious tournament we have on tour. So that alone creates pressure, and so I want to prove it to myself I can do it again here.
What do you make of the notion that squash shots are occasionally being played, or shots that come out of the squash game are being played today?
Well, it's the only way to get the ball back sometimes, so it's the only option you have today. You have so little time, you don't even have time to set your feet properly to the ball because it goes so quick over the net sometimes. So it's an improvisation shot, but it's been around for 15 years now, so it's not really a shot that's entirely new to the game, I think.